I got a question for you. Are you ready for this transformational energy that is ahead of us? April 2023 is full of so many opportunities for us to grow spiritually, mentally, financially, and really assess any roadblocks that are standing in the way of reaching our goals. In today's video, I'm going to be covering why April is such a transformational month for us all. I'll be highlighting the cosmic energy ahead, some astrological dates that I would love to highlight. I'll also be going over some crystal recommendations that pair wonderfully with this cosmic energy. And then at the end of this video, I'll be sharing some of my personal crystal favorites. So make sure you stick around till the end of the video to hear those. If this is your first time here, my name is Courtney, and this is my monthly cosmic energy download. I'm so excited for you to be here with me, and I'm even more excited to dive into today's video. Alrighty guys, so for the flow of this video, I'm going to start off with the astrology. I'm going to be talking about the full moon in Libra. I'm going to be talking about this Aries new moon. It's a blue moon, and it's also a solar eclipse, a hybrid solar eclipse, and I'll be talking about what that means shortly. I'll then be talking about transitioning into Taurus season. I love Taurus season. And then I'll be chatting about this upcoming Mercury retrograde. After I go over all those celestial events, I'll then be transitioning over to my current crystal favorites, have a little chit chat with you guys, and that's about it. So let's really dive into this Libra full moon. This is happening on April 5th. And this is really a full moon for us to pamper ourselves. It's kind of like we have this calm before the storm, which is eclipse season and Mercury retrograde, and all this really juiciness going on later in April. So really during this Libra full moon, it's really a time for us to pause. You know, this is a great opportunity to decompress from anything that may be stressing you out right now, like taking a step back, maybe to journal, kind of get a little organized with your priorities, and just kind of chill out. I really, really want to overemphasize, this time of the calm before the storm, because things are really going to pick up mid-April and it's going to feel like a lot probably. So early on, the beginning of April, we're going to be having this beautiful full moon in Libra. It's like this lovely energy, pamper yourself, do a little, do something nice for yourself during this time. Take a ritual bath, buy a cute outfit, spruce up your home, really take advantage of this energy. Some crystals that I recommend for the full moon in Libra are blue chalcedony. That's a really great stone to help you find harmony and balance within yourself so that you can cultivate more balance in your surroundings. I also feel like tiger's eye would be good because we are going to be feeling this Aries energy, and tiger's eye is all about balance and duality. It's really great. So that really meshes well with Libra and Aries energies. So if you need to kind of do some stuff, you want to pamper yourself, but you also are still feeling like you need to do stuff, definitely work with tiger's eye. And then my last crystal recommendation would be desert rose. This is such a beautiful, cleansing energy. This is great to have around you when you're getting ready. Have it in your bathroom. I like to keep mine in my bathroom. It just has this really spiritual hygiene, prettiness to it to help you feel super clean and nice. So those are my crystal recommendations for the full moon in Libra. Now we're going to get into the meat of this month. We have this back-to-back energy, and it's a big bang. On April 19th, we welcome a new moon in Aries, and no, we're not having deja vu. This is the second Aries new moon. We had one in March. Now we're having another one in April. This is known as a blue moon. When we have a lunation that's in the same zodiac sign, once again, back to back, or if it's another new moon within the same month. Those are classified as blue moons. But not only is this a blue moon, it is also a solar eclipse, and it's a hybrid solar eclipse. And when I read this, I was like, what the heck is a hybrid solar eclipse? I had no idea. I had to do some research. I had heard of, partial eclipse, total eclipse, and annular eclipse. So I was a little thrown off when I heard the word hybrid. So I did a little bit of research, And the definition of a hybrid solar eclipse from space.com is a hybrid solar eclipse combines an annular and a total solar eclipse, where the former becomes the latter and then usually reverts back. Therefore, observers at different points in the eclipse path can experience different phenomenon. So this means that depending on where you are on the Earth, you could either see this eclipse as a total solar eclipse or as an annular total eclipse. I would definitely take it upon yourself to see like where the eclipse path will be depending on where you're located, to see if you're going to be witnessing a total or annular. I haven't actually checked yet for me. I'm out in California, so I'll definitely be looking into that to see where it'll lie for me. But what's really cool about this is that hybrid eclipses only occur every decade. So it's once every 10 years. So that to me really stuck out to me, like kind of in a sense of, maybe this is one to pay attention to what's going on. It can signify something happening in our life, maybe something starting, ending. It's a 10-year period. So I don't know. To me, that's definitely something that stuck out with the importance of this eclipse. For me personally, I don't find it bad to manifest during an eclipse. I talk about this in my eclipse video. If you want to check that out, I'll definitely link it for you. But for me, when I am manifesting during an eclipse, it really just is me getting quiet. It's me surrendering. It's me envisioning where I'm headed, like my destiny. It's a time to really tap into that energy, like to foresee where you are headed. And I think there's something so magical about eclipses, and especially with this one. So like I said, it's back-to-back energy. We have this solar eclipse in Aries on the 19th, and then we transition into Taurus season. And then the next day, on the 21st, we have Mercury retrograde. So talking about kind of like entering into this eclipse season, we're entering into this portal. We're going to feel slightly chaotic, our energy is going to probably feel a little off, especially because we are also going to be experiencing Mercury retrograde. Something to note about kind of like this time is that Taurus season, basically all of Taurus season is going to be like pretty like a wild ride because we have eclipse season and also Mercury retrograde. So what's nice or something positive about this is that Taurus is an earth sign. It is so grounded. Tauruses love to connect to the universe, to nature, to kind of like have a sense of oneness with everything around them. And the fact that we're going to be facing so much, energy during this time, the fact that it's in Taurus season, I feel like we can firmly plant our feet on the ground and find stillness as all of this stuff is going on around us. And all of us are going to experience eclipse season and Mercury retrograde differently. It really is a time for us to do a lot of self-discovery work. There is a big potential here for us to think about what it is that we want to be looking forward to. What is, our desired outcome? Where are we in that plan? What stage are we in our plan of becoming this version of ourselves? During Mercury retrograde, a lot of things can come into our life. It really is a period in which we don't really send out things as much. We're not actively manifesting. And it depends on how you categorize manifesting, I'd say. But it is more of a time where all the work that you had been doing, you had been putting out there, setting intentions, planting seeds, doing a little bit of action-oriented things, getting closer to your big goal. When a Mercury retrograde comes around and all this energy is kind of coming backwards towards you and feeling all over the place, you're kind of swimming in the energy. You want to find stillness and see what comes in. It is such a time when opportunities can come your way during a Mercury retrograde and even during an eclipse. So I can definitely foresee this time. If you're just chilling, you're grounded, you're present, you're not scared, you're aware, and all of a sudden you get an opportunity or someone reaches out to you or an unexpected thing happens in your life, like be ready for that and take advantage of that. And if it feels good, if it feels right, if it feels in alignment, this is your opportunity to say yes and to do it. On the flip side, if it doesn't feel like a good opportunity and you don't feel like it's in alignment, then this is a time to steer clear and trust your intuition. That was a very long rant, but again, it was it's very back-to-back energy. April is a big, big month. And I do want to recommend some crystals that resonate really, really well with this energy. Last month, I talked about in March, our Aries new moon, I talked about working with clear quartz and carnelian. This is a great, energy to really fire yourself up. I definitely recommend that, during this eclipse, if you want to work with those crystals. Also, I love working with rulated quartz during eclipse season. So that's definitely one I want to throw out there. Taurus season in general, also, think about we're going through so much stuff during this time. I definitely recommend working with moss agate. I also feel like flower agate would be nice. That's kind of like this springtime energy, planting seeds, moving forward, feeling grounded, very earth energy. And a crystal to really stick to when you're feeling like Mercury retrograde might be getting the best of you. Communication can feel a little off, or people can kind of be rubbing off the wrong way towards you, or you feel a certain vibe towards some people. You never know how Mercury retrograde is going to affect other people, but you can protect your energy by working with a protective crystal like tourmaline quartz. That is definitely a crystal I'll be working with during Mercury retrograde. It is such a beautiful stone. It's basically clear quartz with like these splinters of black tourmaline in it. It's gorgeous. I'll actually show you what it looks like. I know I have this crystal, I just don't have it in front of me right now, but tourmaline quartz is so gorgeous and one I definitely recommend working with during Mercury retrograde. Whew, okay, we made it through all this energetic talk and astro talk. Now I'd love to jump into some of my personal favorites, some crystal favorites that I've been working with that I wanted to highlight, to share with you guys. And the first one is this gorgeous emerald. This is actually a newer crystal that I have gotten recently. If you watched my latest crystal haul video, I showed off this gorgeous emerald. I will say emerald actually would mesh very, very well with April energy. It is May's birthstone. I'm a Gemini, and emerald is actually like my stone. I'm a May-born baby. But also, if you think about it, like Gemini season and Taurus season, like it's kind of like this April-May energy. So you could definitely, if you're a Taurus or if you're a Gemini, I definitely recommend working with emerald. It really connects you to your heart center. It brings abundance into your life, and not only like security with like finances, like abundance in that way, it also brings in abundance with just feeling connected to the universe, to the earth. It has a way of opening up our heart chakra and just feeling so accepted, accepting where you are in life, who you are. It's a really great building up self-confidence. If you need to build up your own self-confidence and love yourself more, emerald is wonderful for this. I am still connecting with this crystal. I've been working with it for, I want to say, at least 2-3 weeks consistently, and I've been really, really enjoying the energy. So I'm excited to keep working with it as April unfolds and all this energy that's going to be unraveling in our lives. I'm excited to have emerald by my side to kind of like ease my heart during this time. The next crystal I've been working with a lot lately is one that I've actually been talking about a lot here on my channel, as I've been talking about Saturn in Pisces. I have been working with this Sodalite like so much, and I feel like it's really been helping me with work lately. Like I've been mentioning about Sodalite and Saturn energy, especially with this Saturn in Pisces energy. So when we think about Saturn, Saturn is this planet of structure, order, discipline, getting things done. It wants us to be successful. When Saturn is entering into Pisces, Pisces is this free-flowing free-flowing spiritual person that really dives into life and uses their creativity and their intellect to manifest things into their life. So having Saturn in Pisces, it's kind of like we have a little bit more pressure on us to really like create this dream life that we're envisioning. Saturn wants to help us, cultivate it and have it come into existence. And I've been working with Sodalite a lot lately because Sodalite is this crystal that really intertwines our right and left brain to work together. There's this creative side to us. There's also this kind of like analytical side to us, and it blends them together so that we can manifest whatever it is that we are trying to manifest in our life. Sodalite really entices our third eye chakra, and honestly, I feel like it also works with our solar plexus chakra, even though like technically it's not supposed to, but because it's like so third eye driven, I feel like it gives us this willpower to like stick to the task at hand. So I feel like my solar plexus is also being activated when I'm working with Sodalite. I've also found that Sodalite's a really great crystal to work with if you are actively trying to like build muscle or lose weight or get a better workout routine or eat more clean. It just has this way of guiding you to make really good decisions and stick to those decisions. So I feel like I've been waking up early and running more often, and I feel like it's because I have this really good anchor supportive energy with me every day. I kind of like just hold it in my hand. I have it next to me when I'm working. I'm just constantly holding Sodalite. I love it. I love getting it in a worry shape. And it's just been really helping me a lot in my life lately with so many different aspects. So I do have one more thing I wanted to share with you that's actually not a crystal, but I wanted to just bring it out here because I like sharing new things with you. And I got a new plant and I want to show it to you right now. So this is my new pothos. It is so big. Let me show it off real quick. It has like so many like vines coming out in every direction. I love it so much. And I actually got it because my other pothos is sadly gone. That pothos I had since I started my channel. It's been like part of this channel's history. It's always been in the background, and recently it just wasn't getting enough light. This apartment, it's hard to get good daylight, and I think I found a good spot for this. I just have to have like my blinds open constantly because it's just so dark in here. But I'm feeling good about this one. I think this one will last. I mean, I had the other one for almost 3 years, but I was really sad to part ways with it. But I'm so happy to welcome in this new guy. I definitely recommend getting a new plant during Taurus season. Even though as I'm filming this, it's not Taurus season, but when I was getting this, I was like, oh, this is great. I'm going to like be working with this plant. I have it in my home. It's like so Taurus. So if you want to do something fun during Taurus season, I definitely recommend getting some new plants. Alrighty guys. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my new plant, my current favorites with crystals, and going over April's really transformational energy that we're about to face. Again, you guys, like, we got this. Really good things can happen during Mercury retrograde and eclipse season. So don't be scared. Everything's going to be good. This transformational energy is here for us. It's here to get us in alignment. It's all good. So don't worry. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here, I would love it if you subscribed. If you want to comment below a crystal that you have been vibing with so much lately and you're really looking forward to keep working with it during eclipse season, Mercury retrograde, and all of April, definitely leave it down in the comments down below. I would love to know what crystal you are currently vibing with. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you in my next one.